Salaam entered the home. He would greet his family with the greeting of peace. Salaam.
What would he say when he entered the house? First thing, Salaam. The Prophet ﷺ says when a person says Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh loudly when he enters into his home, who gets kicked out of the house? Shaitan. He gets evicted and he's out. Arguments between the spouses now, gone. Fights, gone. Daughter-in-law, mother-in-law arguments, gone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. This is the cure. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is going to help you keep shaitan out of your house. What does assalamu alaikum even mean? Anyone know what that means? Peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum means peace be upon you. Very good. But what does that mean? I didn't ask you guys for a translation. You guys translated it. What that means is this, that when you walk in, you're telling your wife, I'm not going to argue with you because I said peace on you. You tell your child that peace upon you too, which means that I'm not going to get angry or shout at you, I'm not going to harsh you. I said peace to you. Do you understand? Peace upon you actually means that I promise you I'm not going to be mean, harsh, abusive to you. I'm going to be how with you? Peaceful. You guys understand that? Understand what assalamu alaikum actually means. The problem is that when people walk inside their houses, when the husband usually walks inside his house after a long day of work, or when the wife returns home after a long day of college, what's the first thing that happens? It's open fire. Duck and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's just going nuts. There were a couple that came to a sheikh and they said to the sheikh, Sheikh, you know, our marriage isn't working, can you please divorce, break the marriage? So the sheikh said, what happened? So they explained their story. The sheikh said, you know what, okay, before you guys break the marriage, I'm going to write a ta'weez for you. You guys know what ta'weez is? The amulets? I'm going to write an amulet for you. And this amulet's going to help your marriage. So they said, okay, of course, in Pakistan, India, ta'weez is everything, right? So then he took out a paper and he put something on there, he wrapped it up, he gave it to the lady and said to her, and the cool thing about a ta'weez is that if you ever have to write a ta'weez for someone in your life, make sure after you write it, you tell them to do something cool with it. Because if you just tell them keep it in your pocket, they're going to know you're a phony. You have to tell them to spin it in the air, or toss it 5 times in the air, something cool. So he said to the lady that this ta'weez is for you, the amulet's for you. What you have to do is take this home, 15 minutes before your husband comes home, put it underneath your tongue and start making a particular dhikr. He told her a dhikr to me, some very jabarut, malakut, sakun, something like that. Now she had this thing underneath her tongue, and 15 minutes before she does it, and she says, how long do I do it for? He says, until 15 minutes after your husband comes home. For half an hour you have to do this dhikr. So they came back 2 weeks later and they said, Sheikh, our marriage is normal. Everything's back to normal, everything's good. How did you do it? So he said to the people, let me see this. So he pulled the ta'weez from her, he opened it up and it was an empty piece of paper. So I didn't write anything in here. How did it work? He said, all I did was I kept your mouth shut for half an hour. You zipped your mouth at the right half an hour. He comes home, he's tired. You're going off and saying, oh, kitchen ni pakar ni you guys are fighting and arguing over foolish things, you understand? So only for half an hour, if you just let him settle in and then unleash, everything will be great. The number one cause of divorce in marriages, what's the number one cause? By consensus of all marriage psychologists. You said it. Communication. The number one cause of divorce, by consensus of all marriage counselors. There is no second opinion on this. Stats prove it. Is communication. Couples don't know how to communicate properly. I do a special seminar on parenting. It's a one-day seminar that I do. It's on parenting. And in that parenting seminar, I tell the parents this, that in order for you to be a successful family, the parents need to first of all allocate a part of their time for them and their kids. And then at nighttime, put your kids to sleep. 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, whatever is best. And then after you put your kids to sleep, don't go to sleep. Spend the next hour or so, you and your spouse sit together and just communicate. Talk, chat, play video games, I don't know, do whatever you want to. Go surf YouTube if you want to. Right? The halal side of it, okay? They have halal TV. Now stay away from haram TV, go to halal TV. And sit there and watch whatever you want to, okay? And spend that hour with each other communicating, but the thing is, don't complain. Don't complain. Just talk about other things. Talk about the color of the sky, or why the carpet looks so beautiful. Talk about something lame, okay? And trust me, that in itself will save your marriages. Learning how to communicate properly, having pure communication. And the Prophet ﷺ, he walked into the house, the first thing he said was, Assalamu alaikum, peace upon everyone. Which means, I promise I'm going to be a good person. If you say Assalamu alaikum to me, that's your promise that you're going to be a good person. We're set, we're a good buddy.